Imagine this. A powerful message, displayed boldly on billboards, aimed directly at the troops. It asks a thought-provoking question. Is this what you signed up for? This campaign, led by dedicated veterans, is a call to action for those who may be questioning the legality of their orders. In Fayetteville, North Carolina, a billboard poses a direct challenge. Did you go airborne just to provide security for ICE? It's a stark reminder of the evolving role of the military, especially under the Trump administration. These billboards, strategically placed near Fort Bragg and Camp Lejeune, are part of a larger initiative by veterans groups About Face, Veterans Against the War, and Win Without War. Their goal? To ensure troops are aware of their rights and the potential consequences of their actions. The billboards direct troops to a website, not what you signed up for, offering encrypted communication platforms and expert resources. Here, service members can access support and guidance, including links to legal hotlines. We want to empower troops to know their rights, says Harrison Mann, Associate Director for Policy and Campaigns at Win Without War. Mann, a former Army major, resigned from the Defense Intelligence Agency over the Biden administration's support of Israel's military actions. It's crucial that troops understand their options, he adds. The groups have sponsored 3 billboards so far. One sits between Bragg Boulevard and the All-American Freeway, leading to Fort Bragg, ensuring a high visibility rate. Another is positioned near Camp Lejeune's main gate. A third, mobile billboard, travels around Washington, D.C., where National Guard members are currently deployed. The Trump administration's widespread deployment of troops in law enforcement roles has sparked controversy. Unlike traditional disaster response missions, these deployments have faced strong opposition from local leaders and residents. For instance, the sending of 700 Marines and 4,000 National Guardsmen to Los Angeles in June, and the deployment of over 2,000 National Guard troops to Washington, D.C., have been met with resistance. Additionally, nearly 1,700 National Guard troops from various states have been authorized to support ICE. These troops are performing administrative tasks, including data collection and logistics support. Progressive veteran groups and military legal experts are concerned about the potential for troops to face orders that go against their conscience or could be deemed unlawful in the future. Many younger troops are expressing their dissatisfaction, says James M. Branham, one of the lawyers troops can connect with. They feel it's not what they signed up for. Branham adds that more senior troops are biding their time and trying to stay under the radar. Brittany Ramos de Barros, organizing director for About Face, shares her personal experience. I felt isolated and alone when I disagreed with military actions in Afghanistan, but I want troops to know they have choices and support, she says. De Barros, who joined the Army through ROTC and deployed to Afghanistan in 2012, witnessed the gap between the military's mission and reality. She was threatened with a court-martial for speaking out about civilian casualties. The National Guard's deployment in U.S. cities for policing operations is a clear reflection of the military's purpose: to carry out violence efficiently. It's not about peacekeeping or diplomacy, De Barros asserts. Mann, with his 13-year Army career, admits he never questioned the lawfulness of his orders. But with the increasing political nature of domestic deployments, he believes it's essential for troops to be informed. I don't want soldiers or Marines to face this dilemma for the first time in the heat of the moment. We need to start the conversation now, both within the military and with the public, Mann emphasizes. The Manual for Courts-Martial states that a service member can defend against obeying an unlawful order if they knew or should have known it was unlawful. However, Branham warns, the pressure is on the service member to make the right call. If a military member refuses an order, its lawfulness is determined by a military judge. Recently, a federal court in California ruled that the deployment of troops to L.A. was illegal, violating the Posse Comitatus Act, which prohibits the use of federal troops for domestic law enforcement. Pentagon Press Secretary Kingsley Wilson criticized Win Without War, stating they are not a veterans group and use Democratic funds for poorly designed graphics. But is it legal to use billboards to encourage troops to question orders? A 2014 Supreme Court case involving a protester outside a military base ruled against the protester. Dennis Apel, who protested at Vandenberg Air Force Base for 17 years, was convicted of violating a bar order and sentenced to prison. The Supreme Court's ruling determined that the base commander's control extends beyond the fences, even in designated protest zones. This raises important questions about the balance between free speech and military control. What are your thoughts on this controversial issue? Do you think troops should be encouraged to question their orders? Share your opinions in the comments below.